Welcome to the show. We are on day 51 of the Lockdown Golf
That's
Podcast.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Day 51. We're back after the long holiday weekend or whatever you want to call it. Great Memorial Day Monday here in the United States of America. Nice little cookout here at the Bush household. If you're watching this episode of That Range Life, well, if you're listening to this on Monday or Tuesday, you're obviously not watching this yet, but watch on Thursday and you're going to see like, man, he must have had a long day. I'll have everybody know I had a wonderful social distance outdoor cookout thing and great afternoon. And sure enough, right as we're wrapping up, I got pelted in the eyeball by a bug. Don't know what kind it was, whatever, but it was something of size and immediately was up in the eyelid. So
I'm assuming it was a murder hornet.
I'm not going to lie to you. I swear I mean, that's not a honeybee and that's not a hornet or wasp I'm familiar with. It's got to be a murder hornet. That's not what hit me in the eye, but I think they're here. Like, I think they're here.
Right.
I have no proof. I saw some giant ass buzzing animal bug thing. It's all it can be. It's the only thing I can explain it to be. Anyway, Chris, it's good to be back with you, of course.
Yeah, man, I missed you. It's been a long time.
Every time it gets me. And funny thing is, people probably think I'm joking. I'm not. Especially when I had our buddy J-Riv stop over the day before, and I'm like, all right, it's like I get that taste with J-Riv. He's here. Oh, I need the whole package. Where's Chris? Right? But anyway, we're back.
I know. I need to get over there for several reasons.
And let's not lie. We discussed yesterday, like, all right, cool, let's get in the stew and fire up the show. And both of us were like, it's a holiday weekend. Let's just take the night off.
Yeah, it was tough. I was preparing to go, and then it got pretty late, I think. And my wife and I were just kind of enjoying each other's company out in the balcony, just kind of relaxing. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to get up.
We were enjoying each other's company.
We were, man. We were. We really were.
We're so in love. Yeah. No, yeah. I wasn't that far off. I'm like, and it's funny, without going into too much detail, I thought last night I was just beat. Like, we deserve a break. Like everybody else taking the long weekend. We deserve a break too.
That's right.
And then today I am nothing between getting pelted in this eyeball. That's my right one for those who aren't watching, by a bug, and 3 hours of sleep and starting a brisket at 12 a.m. Yeah, I made the wrong call there, but that's okay. The fact is we're here. We're going to be late to the party with the most important golf topic to talk about, the match 2 featuring Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. Suffice to say, I think we were both probably, I'm assuming you watched it.
I did watch it. Yeah, absolutely.
So I think we were both pleasantly surprised with how good it was. And I don't think it hurt that the previous week, which should have been much better, was such a misfire.
Yeah.
It's like the stage was set, but I think on so many levels, they did a tremendous job with this broadcast.
It was, I totally agree. 100%. I don't think we talked about it, whether or not we both liked it or not, but yeah, I mean,
I just assumed, it's shame on me, but it's like, I feel like I did know you well. I was like, nah, he's going to be okay with this.
Yeah, I thought it was endlessly entertaining. I thought, they had the right people. Phil Mickelson is just, for all his flaws and his faults, that dude put on a show yesterday. He wouldn't shut up, but it wasn't annoying. It was just kind of fun and
it wasn't annoying because Justin Thomas was there to point out how ridiculous he was every single time.
Right.
And I'm kind of already over one being like, whoa, Justin Thomas, he's a hero. Oh, it's like, okay, reel it in, everybody. Zip it up. You know what I mean? But
I thought he did a good job, though.
Oh,
he was fun.
He did a great job.
And for sure.
they're not wrong. And it's just like, that's like the most golf thing in the world. Like something that was awesome, let's just beat it into the ground. And like, it's already on a pedestal. Let's see if we can even like elevate the pedestal even more. We're just like, oh, okay, it's okay. Just cool down. It was awesome. We all agree. But
it's just really, it's really interesting to see. Usually in our little golf universe, it's very common for everyone to hate something. And the outlier, like the kind of hot take, is to like something. And in this case, it was totally the other way around.
Right.
Like I saw maybe one or two people that were trying to throw cold water on this thing, but everybody else was like, dude, what are you talking about? This is great.
I do think it suffered from our prediction a little bit. Like, I don't want to watch this to see two guys who we could hold our own against, bang the ball. Like between Peyton Manning was okay off the tee. Tom Brady was terrible off the tee. And then, it wasn't much better from there. And you're like, yes, I know Tom Brady hold out, hit some big putts, and he's Tom Brady. He's right. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that away from it, but it's just like, this would have been better with, though I will tell you, as much as I thought way back when, it'd be great to have like Rory and Ricky instead of the football players.
Yeah.
I think it almost would have been too much now in retrospect, and being like, okay, all you big golf guys being big golf guys, like it would have been like that. And I saw one,
like which fairway shot do you want to pick, and which green in regulation do you want to pick? Like, it was kind of fun to, I mean, I know Tom Brady didn't really play well, but for whatever reason, it was just, I think for those of us watching, it was so relatable. And think about, if you start to hit bad shots when it's you and me playing, right? We already feel kind of some pressure. And then if you're playing, your playing partner is Phil Mickelson or Tiger Woods, like, oh my God. Yeah. That is rough, man.
And there's such disparity between their games, right? That it's like, where they go, Tiger and Ricky are a team. Like, who's better professional shot are we using? But being like, hey, we're going to use, it was that one par 5. Tiger's like, you can't get there in 2 from my tee shot. I might have a chance on this par 5 to get there in 2 with your tee shot. So they're strategically playing that way, or being like, yeah, you can do that, but now you have to have the hack hitting into the green here.
Right.
Or like, fine, you're going to hit the green, but now you have Peyton Manning hitting a 80-foot putt or whatever.
And it's the same conversation that we have when we're playing a best ball or an alternate shot or whatever. Like, I've had those conversations with my playing partner, like, all right, well, what do we want to do here? And like, well, I can do this. Like, okay, then you do that.
Right. And then the difference is then we don't. So,
well, yeah, but still we talk through it just the same way they do.
Right. I liked, I thought I gave Peyton Manning a ton of credit for kind of, I don't want to say throwing it on his shoulders, but like knowing he had a obligation to be entertaining, and he leaned into it, which I'm not surprised, because he's kind of insufferable.
He can be in certain circumstances, but I think in small bits, like yesterday, he can be pretty fun.
Right. And so I would say a majority of the time is like he landed when someone would be putting and he'd just go like lean into a camera and just start going on about some story. Like, I thought that was cool. But the funny, like, usually the stories are funny, but it'd be like every fourth story fell on its face a little bit. And you were kind of like, all right, Peyton, I guess you're playing the percentages here, which is fair, but like, not every one of these is landing. Stop doing it every opportunity you get.
Yeah. But, I think, you would even see, like, when they would switch over to him, he'd be like mid-sentence talking about something. Like, he was just always talking.
Yeah.
The guy never stopped. So it's like, I think he was just going for the volume.
He was playing the percentages for sure. Right. I don't know if it's really worth noting, but as always, Amanda Balionis was tremendous.
Yep. And she's great, man. She does a really great job.
But it's stuff like this where I feel like it validates it, where you're going, oh no, they there's a reason they picked her, and she's not like a one hit wonder. Obviously, she's done fine plenty of times, but they threw her into this and she killed it. And again, given the skeleton crews and whatnot, there are plenty of technical difficulties they were dealing with. And to his credit, I thought she and Justin Thomas did a tremendous job rolling with all those punches, right? When they're trying to like talk to a player and there's some technical difficulty and they aren't just like, wait, I don't know. Can he hear me? They're just kind of rolling with it and be like, all right, I've missed that one. I look like a doof. Let's move on. But yeah, she was good. And I think she posted a lot about how like drenched she got out there from the rain.
Did she?
There was no reason they should have played any of that golf with that rain. And I love it. Like, wow, we have it. You guys, like, let's just do it. It's fine.
Yeah, my wife asked me, she's like, would you keep playing in this? I was like, God, no.
Oh, see, I would. And I was trying to come up with the right joke, but also I'm like, I don't want to get involved in golf Twitter. That's the thing. I stayed away from golf Twitter like as much as I could. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Every single person in my feed's tweeting the same thing?
Yeah, that's funny. So I did the exact same thing. My phone was face down and I just wanted to watch it. I didn't want any other commentary than my own and my wife's. That was it.
Right. And I forgot where I was going with part of that, but she was tweeting about how what it was. I wanted to post. That's what I was saying. I was coming up with the joke for like, hey, would you keep playing this? So I would for sure. My opportunities to get out and play, basically getting that day pass, are limited. It's like, well, I got rain gloves.
Right.
If they'll let me out, I can like physically play. I mean, you start getting to the point where the greens are pooled and you can't roll a ball on it at all.
Yeah.
No, I won't play.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just soaking wet. I'm going to be drenched even in rain gear, but I can still play. I've had
too many clubs. I've had too many clubs fly out of my hand. We did play in something very similar to that once. I couldn't believe they let us on. And I think the only reason was because it was late in the season and it was like a scramble. So last year, J Riv and I played in a bunch of different scramble tournaments. And it was just something like we just liked doing it. It was fun. And so we would do it. And so we were playing one of those up in like Mundelein or something. And it was miserable. Mm-hmm. But the difference was in Florida, it was warm. It was warm rain. Here, it was freezing cold rain and it wouldn't stop coming down. And Mundelein, the golf course, is like, we're going to have it. So if you don't play, that's your choice. And they're going to keep our money. And we're like, all right, well, I guess we'll go. And like I had clubs flying out of my hand every other shot, man. I couldn't hang on to anything. It was a disaster.
I'm assuming you weren't using rain gloves.
No, I don't own any. I wasn't prepared. If it rains, I don't play. It's very simple. I don't have any rain gloves.
Future reference. And then we've covered this on the shows before. Buy some rain gloves. You never know.
Yeah.
If you're a golf guy, buy some rain gloves.
Then I have more gloves. Actually, I need more gloves anyways, but fine. I'll get freaking rain gloves.
You can handle it. You'll be fine. Let's talk Charles Barkley.
Okay.
He was awesome.
He was awesome.
And I know people are like love hate with him. And I am not on the bandwagon of him being the best human in the world in general, but he took his shots from other people and dished them out great. And I'm not kidding you. If you put him on every live professional golf broadcast, I would be fine with it.
Yeah, for whatever reason, he you could put him on any sports broadcast, but for whatever reason, he just gets away with so much of the stuff that comes out of his mouth. Like it's just, I don't know. He's just that personality that he can say stuff, and A, it's entertaining, and B, like everyone's just kind of like, that's Chuck. It's Chuck being Chuck.
Somebody today, I think I saw it, maybe I just saw it today, but it's from yesterday, tweeted that like, hey, golf institution, pay attention. This format is being deemed a success, and it was three guys in the booth having fun. God forbid we do that. Oh, and it's also, it said something like it was some, if I read the tweet correctly, it was the most viewed golf broadcast ever
on cable television.
Cable television. Okay.
Ever. Yeah. On cable.
It says something like 6 million viewers, or I don't know.
It beat out The Last Dance, man.
Oh, well,
it outdrew The Last Dance. Yeah. Yeah.
So God
people
forbid
were watching.
And so one of the points someone made, it's like, so why do we keep doing it the old boring way that no one likes? It's because God forbid the traditionalists don't have their like stuck up, really tightwad broadcast and culture they're used to. And it's like, the reality is you change it, those guys aren't going anywhere. And the majority of the people are going to like the more entertaining broadcast. So I'm hoping maybe some more professional tournaments get thrown Charles Barkley's way.
Yeah. I don't know. Do something, man. Or you're going to, I think it shows, well, you still had, so here's the chemist or the kind of the formula for it, right? You still had a pro doing kind of moving things along and running the show from a broadcast perspective, right?
Yep.
But then you just had someone kind of there to like legitimately comment on what was happening. Like not in a, like, yeah, color commentators do that sort of, but what the majority of color commentators I've experienced in golf tell you what you just saw. Like, I know I just saw like Paul Azinger will be like, that was a great shot, or that was a poor effort, or like, I know that, I can see that.
But
Charles just talks about things that, what's that?
Paul Azinger says two things. One, that he's disappointed that was a bad shot, or he pounded that.
Right. Or he says he's going for it.
No, that's Davis Love III. Come on.
Oh, damn it. You're right.
He's going for it.
You're right.
Eagle.
Anyways, Charles would just talk about like whatever. It didn't matter. He didn't talk. Sometimes he wouldn't even talk about the shot. He would just like say stuff, you know, about the person that hit the shot, whatever it was. And there's certainly, it supports the argument that I think many of us have that the way the game is broadcast now is stale for about 20 years. It's been stale. Yes, you can do it. You want to do a proper Masters broadcast, but like for these other, that are in, just name one that doesn't really make a difference. You can you can play with it a little bit and no one's going to be that upset, man. Like, golf can be fun. You listen to baseball broadcasts like Len and JD during a Cubs broadcast will talk about music, or they'll talk about whatever, fans or television shows or whatever it is. It's no different. No, you can still have fun with this stuff.
I thought a low light of it was, and I'm saying this because I think it was fine, but I think this person is normally very, very good in this role. I thought Trevor Immelman was a little flat and didn't come through like he normally does.
That's a good call.
He's usually, I think, he's usually very good on a broadcast. I've enjoyed him plenty of times before, but I just felt like it was one of those things like I didn't feel like it was a case of him not being capable, not having familiarity with people, anything like that. It was like he just showed up to the course that day and just could not find his groove and just sort of had to nurse it home the whole way.
Yeah, I think you're right. I thought maybe it had something to do with just not being familiar with the way the broadcast would go. I think he's used to being a broadcast being a certain way, and it wasn't this way. And I think he had a hard time kind of adapting. Maybe he'd be better the next time, or maybe he overcorrected and be like, I need to be a little more golfy since these other guys aren't, or something. But he maybe it was a 3-man booth kind of deal where it just wasn't a good fit. But yeah, you're totally right. He did, I thought, seem out of place.
The 3-man booth comment reminded me of my favorite moment. Might have been when they were talking about how great all the support staff and all the people working hard out there and dealing with the conditions, how much credit they all deserve and how they're like the heroes of this event. And Charles Barkley goes, "Hey, BA, what about all these guys inside with us eating a meal and staying dry, and they're not doing anything. They're doing nothing."
Right.
He's like, "But make sure they get the same credit, okay?" It's like, God, you are such an asshole, but that's so funny.
Right. That's like, he's like, don't forget about the guys in the house having a sandwich nice and dry right now.
Yeah, right. Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah.
Another point, going back to, again, third time I think I've gone back to Justin Thomas. In the very beginning, this reminds me of something else too. In the very beginning, when they point out, all right, we're going to throw it down to the course to the current official world ranking number 4 in the world, Justin Thomas. He's going to be walking the course with the guys today. And I'm like, it is so weird hearing a guy presented as part of the broadcast. Oh, but he's also the number 4 player in golf.
Right. He's the current number 4 player in golf. Right.
Like, he's higher ranked than both of those guys, if I'm not mistaken. Tiger's not.
I think that's right. I think that's correct.
I don't think. Yeah.
Like he was the highest ranked golfer on the course that day.
So it was awesome. And God, there's so many little things. And I thought
JT did a great job too. He was perfect for that role. I really liked him.
Jonas tweeted after, or Instagram storied or something. She's like, "Hey, great job today, Justin Thomas. Do us a favor, don't get back to golf so you don't take all of our jobs." And I'm like, I don't think she's just being like, "Hey, that's funny and silly to say." Like, I think a lot of them are like, "God, if this guy quit tomorrow, he could do all of our jobs better than us."
Right, man. Like, that's the first time that guy's done that in any capacity. And he was just like,
that's not true. He did it the day before for the practice day. So that was the second time.
Yeah, but you know the difference between live and practice.
I know, I'm just
talking about practice, man.
I'm just trying to give the benefit of the doubt to the naysayer. Yeah, no, he was so good, and I loved the first time Phil gave the whole big explanation of the shot he was going to hit. He had to walk up and explain the like different colors of the grass to how the grain works. Like, he's really doing playing lessons with the pros here, and then he's like, "Oh, so you're saying the shot's not that hard? Okay, let's see if you can do it, Phil." And then later, Tiger goes, "I don't know. I'm just going to try to pop one on there and let it roll out." And he goes, "Yeah. So it's not going to be the skipping 60-degree wedge against the grain, over the grain, and clip some spin off of it that Phil hits." Yeah, and then Tiger, of course, like I'm sure he didn't hear it the first. We hear the Phil bit in the beginning, so it didn't really land. But I'm like, that's a pretty good joke, JT. And the whole rest of the show just making fun of Phil for it. It was the best.
Yeah. Yeah. I think JT asked Tiger too, like, "Why'd you pick Peyton's drive on that par 5?" And he's like, "Because I can get it to the green in 2." And he's like, "Oh, it's just that simple." He's like, "Yeah, it's that simple."
Yeah, right. But I love it too, because you know Justin Thomas. It wasn't a case of like, "Hey, he'd be real good. Let's ask him if he'll do it." And he's a member down there. It was Tiger went, JT's going to do this.
Right.
And right. Like, "Oh, have you talked to him?" "No, he's going to do it. He'll be the guy on the course. That'd be a good idea." "Okay. Hey, Tiger wants you to do this." "Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll do that."
Yeah. Why not?
I'm trying to think what other gems. I want to point out the
suck on that Chuck was an all timer.
Yeah.
Did you catch that line?
I did. And I wasn't, there's that one. And then your fat ass couldn't dunk a ball. Those were the two. And like, I'm not even going to bring them up because it's like everybody under the sun who's had anything to do with this has talked about that to death. Yeah. And again, going back to like golf Twitter, it's just like for a good hour and a half, there was no point in going through your timeline. But like every single person posted the clip of Tom Brady holing out from the fairway.
Right.
Which is, it's cool. I'm not saying it's not, but like, guys, we all follow each other, right? We don't.
Right. We all saw it. Everyone that's following you saw it.
Or yes, we all heard that joke. It was very funny.
Yeah.
Done.
But even my wife has started saying just at random times, like, "Suck on that, Chuck." It's like our new trash talk. It's like, just apropos of nothing.
What is he?
Suck on that, Chuck.
But he didn't say it that way. He said it different. He said like it was awkward. He goes, why don't you take a suck on that, Chuck?
That's what it was. That's right. Take a suck on that, Chuck. That's what it was.
I'm going to start.
Which is just fantastic.
Yeah, I'm going to start adopting that. Take a suck on that. Like what?
Right. That's what we've done. We've just kind of adopted it as our own, like, take a suck on that, Chuck.
And take a suck on it sounds like way more inappropriate.
But it's so awkward and terrible trash talking.
It's so Tom Brady. It's so Tom Brady.
It is. It's fantastic. So great.
They raised north of $20 million.
Yeah, man. It's awesome.
It's
so great.
And then I loved, and I mean, let's be honest, all of the guys like calling in and donating were staged. I don't care what anyone tells me. Obviously, when Russell Wilson was like, I'm going to donate 100,000 meals for every shot within 12 feet. He doesn't know how many people are going to hit it, but like, I bet they had no idea that was going to happen. And that was really improv. Or then when Neil from Workday, but these guys, because it's not a regular tournament, can have their phones. And Phil just got a text message from Neil at Workday. Phil, what did you say? He's going to throw in another $1.5 million on longer drive, which is cool. But I was almost like, don't insult my intelligence. Just say, hey,
that was scripted for sure. Yeah.
Phil sponsors throwing in another, which is cool. It's awesome. I'm not taking that away from him.
For sure.
But yeah, and man, Tiger Woods, man, looked pretty good.
Dude, he didn't miss a fairway all day.
He hit all fairways, right?
Yeah, he didn't miss a fairway.
I missed a few holes, so my bad.
He was just hitting ropes, man. Rope after rope after rope. That dude, he was feeling it for sure.
It's kind of nice to see him and Phil. There'd be like the candid moments where they weren't chirping at them, like while they were going to one of the other tee boxes or something. They were just sort of being normal together. And especially after all the years of like, oh, they don't like each other. Oh, now they're like, aren't they just the bestest of friends? It was kind of neat to see those two in a capacity just acting like normal humans together. And like, oh, okay, this is how you guys interact because you've known each other forever. Great.
Right. Yeah, I think Tiger at one point was like, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have to deal with every time I play with this guy. Yeah, and you just hear Phil chirping like, we won't shut up. Right.
Oh, it was good. So good. So anyway,
it was fun, man. It was fun. And I know some people, not some people. I think I saw one. I think Porath tweeted like, we're in this sports desert, and everyone's desperate for sports, and so this, you happen to have two of the best players that ever played, golf, two of the best players that ever played football together, and of course it's going to draw. It doesn't mean you need to change this or that, and I couldn't disagree more. Just for the record.
Yeah, I think like if he wants to say it doesn't need to be a complete 180, sure. Yeah, I don't think we need to do the exact opposite of what we're doing today, but it was a great example of we need to make some significant changes because look how much more entertaining it could be.
Yeah, there's room for improvement. I think, 90% of people that watch golf agree with that.
Just send me out there. Every time a guy is going to hit a shot, I can easily do. Remember, the goal is to breathe a new life and refresh the image and brand. Every single shot a guy hits that I'm commenting on, I can go, he's going for it.
Eagle.
Shank. He's going for it. Game. Flop shot. I'm in. I'll revive a broadcast.
Just wear goggles to protect your eyes. Yeah, we don't need any more bugs.
Yeah,
trying to blind you.
Shout out Horace Grant in The Last Dance. Oh, I miss recapping The Last Dance. I do not miss recording podcasts at midnight though. On Sundays. Don't miss it.
I know, right? I know.
All right. Do you have any closing thoughts you want to cover on the match too? I mean, listen, everybody, we have plenty of weekend topics to catch up on. Like we said, we had a long weekend. We'll probably decide because we don't care come Tuesday night to talk about any of this stuff, but we have lots of stuff to catch up on. But
it's true.
We had enough coverage here with just the match too. And we would be remiss as golf media guys to not make sure we throw our 2 cents in.
That's right. We had to cover it. It was obligatory. They told us that we would have to cancel all of our social media accounts and our podcast and our YouTube channel if we did not discuss the match part due.
To be fair, I have tried to convince us all to do that before anyway, because I feel like it'd be in our best interest. Like, let's just delete it all and cancel it.
Like, what if we just played golf together and we didn't ever do anything other than that?
You could convince me to not even play golf together. Let's just be honest.
Oh, you can't convince me of that.
I'd be like, you just want to like hang out in my garage and drink beers? Okay.
I mean, I would do that too, but I would also want to play golf.
And I'd go, it's too much work. Is it pouring? is it pouring rain? Well, I'm in. All right, I got rain gloves. I'll play golf.
Right.
Again.
Yeah. Right. Is the weather terrible? Then yes, I'm in.
I was up at 4:45 today when it just torrential downpour, just so everybody knows, not to brag.
Oh, did it rain again?
Yeah.
Man, I missed that.
Like a 45-minute spurt of just.
We're going to get more this week, apparently.
Oh, good. Just bring it on. Maybe the offices downtown Chicago will flood again and it'll be awesome. All right, Chris. We did it. We did it again.
We did.
We did it again. Just taking the golf internet media world by storm. It's been a pleasure, man. It's good catching up with you after a long weekend. And now we just got a couple of weeks till live golf is back. And then we aren't talking about one-day goofy matches, huh?
Yeah, it's true. What, like 2 or 3 weeks? Is it June 10th is the tournament?
Yeah, something like that. It's close enough.
As long as we don't spike. Which maybe we can talk about that tomorrow.
What's up, Ozarks?
Yeah. Hey, Ocean City, Maryland.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
Not great.
Not great. Not great at all.
But hey, if CDC study says, I'm like, yeah, CDC study also was counting antibody tests as COVID tests. But wait, what do I know? All right, I'm not a doctor.
Whatever. We're not going to get into that. Today was a happy show. We got to watch some really fun match play golf.
To quote the guy in Happy Gilmore, do whatever you want. What do I know? I'm just a doctor. On that note, everybody, it's been a pleasure. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Chris, I'll talk to you later, bud.
All right, man. See you.
Bye, everyone.